Okay, Keith here. Chords. So we did a lot with our couple things. Learned some basic open string chords. Want to learn the basic open string chords. Lesson 1. You know, C, A minor. We did F, G, G7, right? D, D7. We did D minor, F, F major 7, E, E7, I think we did E minor 7, like that, and a couple other ones. You know, you want to make sure you understand them and can play them and finger them, and you know, you can learn some simple tunes with them from a songbook or just watching some players on the internet here. Then we went up, and I thought I showed you. I wanted to talk about what I call 6-string root chords and 5th-string root chords, and I introduced 2 of them, which was the 6-string root chord, major chord, which this note G, and this is the major form. They call it a bar chord, cowboy chords. You hear it called a lot of things. I call it the 6-string root chord because this note here tells you the name of the chord. And then I showed you the major 6-string root chord, or 5th-string root chord, which is this form. First finger here, and then barring with your 3rd finger, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, and this is back a fret on the 5th string. So those are, I think, as far as we got with the chord forms. And you know, what I'm trying to do is just introduce you to chord forms, and you can kind of, you know, grab some tunes, but I'll put some exercises in later. But I want you to understand, or to get under your hands, the forms first. I did do a little thing where I showed you how to, remember, alternate the root and the 5th, which is, if you listen to a lot of bass players, that's what they'll play, root and 5th. So little exercises like that. I'll stick a couple more of them in. But let's go ahead and learn some more chord forms. Now, the way to learn these are you alter these 2 basic forms to start, okay? So if I lift up my 2nd finger, so I have 1, skip a fret, and then 5th string, 3rd finger and 4th finger, and then bar across all 6, and lift this one up, I get a minor chord. So this note here tells you the root. This is G minor. So if I move it up here, it's A minor. If I move it up here, this is B minor, C minor. Now, if you want to learn the names of the notes on a guitar, go back to one of the theory lessons where I teach you the intervals and the scales and the distance between notes, whole steps and half steps. That way you'll be able to identify what all these notes are on the 5th and 6th string. So that's a minor. One you'll see with this too also is a minor 7th. You lift up your 2nd and 4th finger from this. So off this major, you lift up your 2nd and 4th finger, and you're going to get a minor 7th. Okay? Now you'll see it played a lot of different ways. This is the first way to learn it. You'll see it like this, but we'll get to that one. So there's a minor 7th. There's a minor, and then back to major. Okay. Now, the other one that you want to learn is a 7th. And sometimes it's hard to get this note to sound, this 4th string, because you're grabbing it with your bar, especially when you're starting, or if the action on your guitar is a little high. So you got to kind of move your finger till you get away from this crease usually here when I was starting. You can play it like that. Some people play it like this. It's a little bit more, grabs you, it sticks out a little bit more. Okay? So that's a 7th too. Now just for, so you don't get confused, this is a 6th, this is going to be one of our drop voicings, as we call them, but I want to show them to you as kind of a 6-string root chord to start. This is called G major 7. So there's a difference between major 7ths and minor 7ths, and go back to the theory lessons to gather an understanding of that. But again, it's comprised of it's made within 2 frets. Okay, the other ones are made within 3 frets. So this is a little bit more compact. It only uses the 6th string, the 4th string, the 3rd string, and the 2nd string. Okay, So you have first finger here, your third finger is on the 4th fret, your pinky is right underneath that on the 4th fret, and this is on the 3rd fret. So these two are on the 3rd fret, and these two are on the 4th fret. And this is called G major 7th. Again, if I move it up here, this is A major 7th, B major 7th, C major 7th, D major 7th, F major 7th. That's a real pretty sound. So I wanted you to learn that major 7th form. Okay, let's go to the 5th string root chord. Remember, we started with this one, which was C major, okay? To make this minor, you got to lower the 2nd string 1 fret and keep everything else the same. If you look at our theory lessons, the way you make a major chord to a minor chord is you lower the 3rd. So the 3rd in this C is E, so you want to lower that to E flat, and you'll get this. So it went from this to this. Okay, and you're basically, you can actually play the 1st string, but generally most players will just play the inside 4 strings. So it's 1st finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 5th fret, 4th finger, 5th fret, 3rd string, and this is the only note that's different actually, is the 2nd finger is on the 4th fret. So you went from this, so since you got to finger these, you have to get rid of the bar and put your 2nd finger in there. So that's C minor, straight C minor. Of course this is D minor, this is E minor, this is F minor, this is G minor, that's B flat minor. So learn the minor chord, okay? The other one is a 7th chord. Now, there's a couple ways. This one with the 6th string root chord, this is a real common way, which I showed you as an open string chord, and of course you just move that open string chord up and mute the other strings. So this is C7, D7, E7, F7, but if we're basing it off this form, you got to move this C to B flat, okay? Now, so you have to release the bar. Your 1st finger's here since it's still a 5th string root chord. Here's your 3rd finger. Your 2nd finger is on the 2nd string, and the bar is going to get this B flat back here. Okay, and a good way to play it is with your fingers too, if you can see what I'm doing. I'm picking the bass note with the pick, and then the pick and my other 2 fingers are playing the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, or 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings respectively, with the pick picking the 4th string. So you get a real nice sound with that. It's a real kind of a nice way to develop. This is D7, this is E7, this is F7, this is B flat 7, and again, the 5th string tells you the name of the chord, and this form is a dominant 7th type. Okay, I want to show you the major 7th form. Okay, so here from the bar, you're going to lower the C to B and keep everything else the same. So you got to reorganize your fingers. So you got C with your 1st finger, G here with your 3rd finger, which is the 5th fret. You got B with your 2nd finger, or 2nd finger on the 3rd string, and E with the pinky on the 2nd string. And again, this is a major 7th form, and that's real handy and movable. This is D major 7. You can play the top string too, it just doubles the 5th. Here's F major 7. Okay, so some real nice chords. D7, G, F7, or C7, goes to F. Anyway, it's a good idea to practice those forms, changing between them. You can get yourself a little tune. One of the good ones to practice to get the major one was an old Jim Croce song. Just keep moving this. Okay, so you can find tunes that just move. It was all the same quality: G, A7, B7, C7, D7. Okay, there was an old song about the height of somebody. So you can practice them playing the root and fifth of each chord. Like if you start with C and go the root and fifth right below it, and I went to E7, just moving that third. And that technique is usually when you're playing the fifth string root chords, the fifth is right below it on the adjacent string. And with the sixth string root chord, it's the fifth string up a string. Here, see? Here's G. Develop little lines as you're walking into chords. Anyway, all sorts of ways to practice like that. I'm not doing anything in particular, but just showing you where the fifths, how you can alternate root and fifth. Okay, so learn those forms again: major, minor, minor seventh, major seventh, seventh, major, minor, minor seventh. Okay, major seventh, seventh, and also like this. So just a couple forms to get under your fingers. Practice with the alternating the root and fifth when you're strumming them. And the root and fifth is always either going to be, if it's on the sixth string, like here, the fifth is going to be on the fifth string. The root's on the sixth string, and the fifth is on the fifth string. And on a fifth string root chord, the root is on the fifth string and the fifth is on the sixth string, right below it. So it's kind of an easy way. So I would practice them like that. There's a lot of tunes that use parallel chords. If you listen real good there, you can probably figure out what Jim Croce tune that was. And the other one is an old standard. Anyway, a couple more things to think about. Chords, okay, and I'll get, once we get enough forms under our belt, we'll go ahead and do a couple little exercises with them. So let's keep adding forms, see if you can get them under your fingers, and let me know how you're doing. But the most important thing is to be consistent with your practice. Keep trying. Don't give up. You'll get there. So keep practicing. Thanks. This is Keith. Well, by the way, hit the like and subscribe. I need subscribers.